We got a great show lined up for you today. We are at the Smoky Mountain Knife Works.
What a better place to be.
Yeah. When you think of Tennessee, you think of the Smoky Mountains, and this is a fun place. Sitting over the showroom, and there's a lot to look at, and I look forward to digging through the store.
For sure. And we've got, our third floor, we've got apparel. Down in the basement, we've got kitchen cutlery and gadgets. We do have our Smoky Mountain Relic room in the basement that Tyler's brother Chase runs. Yep. So we've got crystals and artifacts and fossils and megalodon teeth and World War II memorabilia and obviously a bunch of knives.
Smoky Mountain Knife Works, if it cuts, we carry it. Any brand knife you can think of, they have it.
Yeah. Well, we're going to dive in. We've got some knives on the table we're going to talk about. We got, just explore the history here of this place. And I think we should start with this one that's in the middle. Make sure we don't forget it.
Wrapper.
Yeah.
That's the hot one right there. So every year for the last 20 plus years, we've came out with a Christmas trapper from Case. We call it the Sea Dragon pattern. It's been the hottest knife that we've had all year. That and another one called Peanut Butter Jelly.
If you've never been to Smoky Mountain Knife Works, come on out and check it out. Visit this store.
Christmas presents for your family. Look at this.
For everybody.
Well, I was thinking of Christmas.
You got. I'm gonna go out there on a limb and say this is gonna air about 25 days before Christmas. So you got some time. So get out there and buy you some Christmas gifts here at Smoky Mountain Knife Works, or visit Smoky Mountain Guns and Ammo and just give them some support. They've been a big supporter of ours, of the foundation, of the agency for a long time, and we appreciate you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, thank you.
Won't you take me back to Tennessee? The award-winning Tennessee WildCast is on the air with the latest info about hunting, fishing, boating, wildlife watching, and all things outdoors. This year, we celebrate the men and women of the TWRA responsible for 75 years of wildlife conservation. Now make welcome your host, Jason Harmon.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of Tennessee WildCast. We're glad you're tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We got a great show lined up for you today. We are at the Smoky Mountain Knife Works. Johnny Allred's helping me co-host, and I am excited about today.
What a better place to be.
Yeah. I hate to admit it, but it's been a few years since I've visited here, but these guys have been so good to the foundation, to the agency. Yeah. They've made big donations, making a lot of people happy. Great sponsors. So it's just what better place to hang out and chat with Mr. Josh Hill, the COO. So thanks for being with us, Josh.
Thanks for being here, fellas.
Thanks for having us. I mean, I can't think of a better way to spend the day than in the Smoky Mountain Knife Works.
Right. Hey, foothills of the Smokies, that's no better place to be.
That's right.
When you think of Tennessee, you think of the Smoky Mountains, and this is a fun place. So I just appreciate you having us, Josh, and accommodating us here. We're sitting over the showroom, and there's a lot to look at, and I look forward to digging through the store here in a few minutes.
For sure.
But yeah, and we don't want to forget about the Smoky Mountain Gun Works.
Smoky Mountain Guns and Ammo.
Guns and Ammo, yeah.
If you're any gun ammo you need, they have it. It's an incredible place. I mean, there's a lot of guns in this store.
Yeah.
They have a big gun department in this store, but Smoky Mountain Guns and Ammo, I guess it's Knoxville. It's a Knoxville address.
Yep, 6221
just right down the road. I mean, it's just wall-to-wall guns.
We got them.
Unbelievable place. If you hadn't been there, make a trip.
Yeah.
Worth seeing.
Well, we're going to dive in. We've got some knives on the table we're going to talk about. We got, just explore the history here of this place. And but I just want to jump in with you, Josh. Tell us a bit about yourself and a little bit about what you do.
Oh, man, what do I do or what have I done? I've been here for a little while. I started back here in 1999, and I've done a little bit of everything in the building. So, when I was in high school, I actually started working here at Smoky Mountain Knife Works. I always wanted to come to the store, and my stepdad wouldn't ever take me. So when I had the opportunity, I just came up here and got a job. So the rest is history on that, but I've worked anywhere from the showroom to the warehouse, anything but the phones. I've pretty much done it. Now I'm the COO here at Smoky Mountain Knife Works, and I'm the vice president of Smoky Mountain Guns and Ammo.
Awesome. Wow. Yeah, take it upon yourself. Just come on out here and get to work and get your foot in the door.
Yeah, that's right. You ask for more to do, they'll give it to you.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, so you grew up loving knives. Did you grow up hunting and fishing or anything like that?
Absolutely, yeah. I've been fishing and hunting since I was 15 years old, more on the hunting side than I am on the fishing. Don't have a boat, so it makes it a little hard.
Call Johnny.
That's right. Give me some bank fish.
Johnny don't have a boat either.
But yeah, actually just got back a couple weeks ago. My son got him a little slickhead, little doe on youth weekend.
Awesome.
And of course, Johnny, I was talking to you. Went on a little
boat. We were out west at the same time.
Didn't even know it.
Yeah, we were out there at the same time hunting.
Awesome. Well, that's awesome. Share one of your favorite hunting stories, whether it's here or out of state.
Oh, Lord.
Put you on the spot.
Okay, my favorite hunting story, and that's why I get so much into youth hunting, was probably when I was 15, went out with my buddies out on Cherokee Lake. We had an island that we hunted, And that was where I shot my first deer. And gosh, I was 15, so it was quite a few years ago. Just out there on the lake bank, sat there with my 18-year-old buddy at that time. And gosh, that was it. Now, there's a lot of hunting stories where you don't actually get a deer, too. So, you got those stories where you go out with your dad and you get at the tree and you sit there and you're 12 years old and you fall asleep and wake up and there they are and you can't do nothing about it,
Yeah, exactly.
But this youth hunt was just just a while back.
Yeah.
That it opens the doors for so many kids.
It does.
In the state of Tennessee. It's just an unbelievable way to start a season off, is to have these kids open the season, and man, there's a lot of kids take advantage of it, and I don't blame them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I had the opportunity to take my son this past season, and it was Sunday afternoon, and we had a doe come in on us. We were ready for it, and there was a fence post out of focus in his scope, and the dust flew, and I was like, "What happened?" He shot the daggum fence post and missed the doe, but that's how it goes. We're learning. So, appreciate you having us again, and today we're just going to cover and talk about this place. So tell us about Smoky Mountain Knife Works, how it got started. And
Okay, well, it kind of started a little bit by accident. I mean, you have to go back into the 70s with Kevin Pipes and John Parker. They founded it, and they were selling Indian relics and artifacts and things like that, antiques. And they made friends with Jim Frost, and he actually suggested, hey, you guys really should be selling pocket knives. So you've heard the story, a lot of people have, about selling out of back of a pickup truck, and that's absolutely true. Because it was a couple of boxes of Frost knives that they started selling back in the 70s. Now, this building itself has moved a couple of times, so it started, small up the road in Pigeon Forge, then a little bit closer, and then this building that we're in now started in 1990. It was finished and open that year.
But just one level then, right?
Just one level. Well, it was one level of showroom, but much, much smaller. Had a little shipping and receiving department in the basement. And a few years later, Kevin got a warehouse in Dandridge, started the catalog business really rolling before that. But we're having to facilitate the orders. He had that. So it's a 100,000 square foot warehouse in Dandridge. In 2005, we expanded and doubled the size of this building. So that's why you have 108,000 square feet of showroom space here in Sevierville, Tennessee.
Wow. Well, I had on my notes here more than 1.5 million guests visit.
Oh, yeah.
Visit each year.
And it was just luck that this store ended up right here on the other side of the river on Highway 66. You look at some of the old pictures, there wasn't nothing around.
Yeah.
So to be in this lucky spot to hit all this tourism business on the way to the Smoky Mountains.
And what's more iconic than the Smoky Mountains than a pocket knife?
That's right. That's right.
Everybody's got to have a pocket knife.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, and correct me if I'm wrong, and I may be going out on a limb here, but didn't y'all have like an online, or not? I guess at the time it was TV sales. Did y'all sell on TV and have like an infomercial kind of thing?
We've sold it in so many different ways. So we've had the catalog business. Obviously, online's the way it is now. But yeah, we started years ago, 2007-ish. I'm probably getting my dates wrong.
Sure,
Kevin can correct me later. With a TV show. We had Knives Live TV, and then we had another show, Tactical Knives TV. I hosted that with my buddy Tony Watkins for a couple of years, and we ended that back in 14 or so. Just airtime got so dang expensive.
Yeah,
I felt like I remembered that, so that's cool. Yeah. That's neat.
I remember you used to have a little thing running, how long it's going to run and how much they were, and you could place orders. And
it was live every Tuesday and Friday night for 3 hours.
Yeah, on the cutting edge.
We were.
Pun intended.
Yes, that's right.
Oh, so if people visit here, what are they going to see in the store? It's knives, of course, but what all do y'all offer here?
Oh, we try to have something for everybody. So if you're thinking Smoky Mountain Knife Works and you've never been here, maybe you've been to a Bass Pro Shop. Well, Bass Pro Shop ain't just fishing. They got everything. So we've got, our third floor, we've got apparel. Down in the basement, we've got kitchen cutlery and gadgets. We do have our Smoky Mountain Relic Room in the basement that Tyler's brother Chase runs. Yep. So we've got crystals and artifacts and fossils and megalodon teeth and World War II memorabilia, and obviously a bunch of knives.
I mean, there used to be, the motto was, if it cuts, we carry it. I don't know if that still goes. But
that's pretty much true.
A long time we used to be Smoky Mountain Knife Works. If it cuts, they carry it. So.
I think that's true because I found it on their website.
Yeah, well.
I'm still using it.
Any brand you can think of. I mean, they carry any brand knife you can think of. They have it. You just...
Oh, yeah. If you're looking for something for everyday carry use, you're looking for a hunting knife, fillet knife, collectible knives. We've got a little bit of everything. And, of course, we'll get into some of the stuff on the table in a little bit. But Case is our number one brand. I mean, the old slip joint trappers and Stockmans and Barlows, that's still the go-to for most folks. Yeah. Especially this time of year. It's Christmas time.
Christmas time.
Yeah, Christmas is right around the corner, and no better time to air this show and let people know.
No better place to buy a Christmas gift for your family than right here.
Yep, right here at Smoky Mountain Knife Works. So you mentioned a little bit about the memorabilia and some of the artifacts. I want to dig a little deeper. Just tell us about some of the bigger collections y'all have and things that people can see when they come.
Oh, some of the bigger collections. The biggest one is probably when the Herder factory out of Germany went out of business. Kevin bought that whole collection. So that's in the mid-level. It's kind of hard because the store's cut up to show you. But we've got a whole room dedicated to all the old German Herder knives. And that's, to me, the most impressive thing. But like I said, I find something new every day in here. The old sharpening stone and that whole wheel setup is actually what you see connected to the water wheel in the basement. So that's all original stuff that they put back so you can see how it used to work.
Wow.
The place is wall-to-wall antiques. Like you said, there's not a place on the wall you could put something else because it's just amazing to just walk through here. It's like a museum.
It is.
That has really cool stuff.
Yeah. And the taxidermy. I mean, I'm seeing a giraffe over here.
Is Kevin and is his taxidermy? He's a hunter for most of this stuff, I'm sure.
So most of it, is when you're talking about stuff that they did, Tyler's is responsible for most of it. Some of it's been donated. Obviously, there's a lot of animals in here, and I don't think you have 5 lifetimes to take all the taxidermy that you'll see in here. But yeah, it's impressive.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Well, we kind of touched on how it got started. 45 years, and it's grown exponentially. Let's dive into some of the knives we got on the table and talk about some of your favorite brands, some of your favorite knives for different seasons, what it may be. So I think we should start with this one. It's in the middle. Make sure we don't forget it.
Trapper.
Yeah,
that's the hot one right there. So every year for the last 20 plus years, we've came out with a Christmas Trapper from Case. Now this Caribbean blue bone that's been burnt, we call it the Sea Dragon pattern. It's been the hottest knife that we've had all year. That and another one called Peanut Butter Jelly. If you go to smkw.com, you can see those. But we made 5,500 of these in engraved and non-engraved versions combined. So it's a limited run that we do every single year. The engraved one you can get for $89.99. The non-engraved is $79.99. But I wouldn't wait on that. If you're seeing this, you better get on it. What you see is a little collectible case marble there next to it as well. That was made for us by Appalachian Glass out of West Virginia.
Okay.
So that's if you spend $100 on case, you're going to get one of those marbles for free too. Just a nice little token. Way we say thank you.
Very cool. Speaking of, Appalachian Glass, but just America in general, a lot of your knives are made in the USA, right?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, there's been a big resurgence in American-made products, and about half of what you see up here is American-made. We've got the Case, we've got the Microtech MSI. Brand new release right there, you're going to see it first, is the Zero Tolerance Automatic. That's the first automatic they've made. If you're not familiar with Zero Tolerance, it's Kershaw's premier brand.
Okay.
So,
made in America.
Made in America, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Lifetime warranty on anything you see on the table here as well. A little pet project of Tyler's is bringing back the Queen Knives brand. So we purchased the Queen Knives brand. They went out of business a couple of years ago, and these are all American-made as well. So this is a little take on a modern Barlow, right? Yeah. So it's a Barlow style with screw-together carbon fiber handles, pocket clips. So just modernized that piece. Nice sheep's foot blade on there. M390 steel. If you guys are into knife steels, that's one of the premier knife steels that you'll get. You find that in this and the Microtech that's on the table. Now outside of that, now Johnny, I know you like these. Now they're not American made, but they're Rough Rider.
Rough Rider knives is as good a knife as you can buy. And they warranty them forever. If you break it, bring it back here. Really? They'll just replace it for you.
Just bring it right back in the store, so it doesn't matter what happens.
No matter how you break it, right?
Well, come on now.
They make a great knife. They got bone handle knives. They got little novelty things. You see little Santa Claus and moving around on it.
You like that one?
That's pretty cool. So, and the thing about it is, it's under $15.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got this priced at $14.41. Case knife, American made, handcrafted. Right, it's $80. $15 on this Rough Rider. Got the new Bluegill series, which is kind of a play on that same color pattern that you see on the Sea Dragon. So that's a kind of like Case's Kentucky Bluegrass with the green and the blues that are in that. Really pretty knife. This guy is going to come out in a couple of weeks. Now, this is another
wood handle sodbuster.
Well, it's actually, if you look at it, it's burlap micarta.
Oh, okay.
So that's one of the new modern materials that you're finding on a lot of fixed blades.
Screw down handles too.
It's screwed together, yeah. So typically you find a sodbuster in a plastic or a bone handle. Yeah. But this is our exclusive. You won't be able to find this anywhere else but Smoky Mountain Knife Works.
Nice.
Yeah, very, very cool pattern. We're excited about that one. It's going to be a limited run of 350 pieces too, so there's not going to be too many of that color.
And you got that Tennessee orange right there on the inside.
You got to have that Tennessee orange. Go Vols, baby.
That's right. Go Vols.
Exactly. Go Vols. That's awesome. So we got a lot of pocket knives here, but I think hunting. So what kind of hunting knives do y'all carry, and what's one of your favorites?
We've got a ton. So a hunting knife is relative, right? So I've got a couple that I use. I know Johnny and I were talking about it. I use an Essie JG5.
Yep, I use an Essie.
That was designed by Tyler and modified a little bit by Essie to get it out there. Nessmuck style blade. 1095 carbon steel. It's easy to sharpen in the field. Holds an edge great.
Holds a great edge.
I mean, that's the thing about carbon steel. It'll rust on you. You got to take care of it. Yeah. But even if it's dull, it's got a bite to it, so it'll cut better than most stainless steels will.
Okay, yeah, sure.
So that's a neat thing there. My favorite one that I use if I'm going out and busting does with my son is I've got a Benchmade gut hook knife. It's just quick and easy work, and at that point, all I'm doing is field dressing it anyway.
Right. Yeah. So is that a folding knife, or is that a fixed blade?
It's a fixed blade.
Yeah. Okay. I know Benchmade makes a great product too. Y'all,
absolutely.
Got the sign right here behind us, so I thought I'd throw that out there.
But we've got them from everybody. I mean, we've got buck hunting knives. Obviously, buck's been around for centuries. Case actually makes a pretty daggum good hunting knife as well. Benchmade's got the Norfolk hunter folders with the gut hooks on them, so check those out. I kind of go back when I'm using something for field dressing or quartering up a deer or whatever I do. I use a fixed blade. Ethan Becker used to say this. He said, "Why do I want a folding knife? That knife's already broken." And if you don't know K-Bar and Ethan Becker, he's a hoot to talk to.
Oh, that's great.
Well, if you start field dressing an elk or something, you need something pretty substantial to get the chest cavity done and to get that.
Oh yeah, you get tired.
Yeah. I mean, you need that SC5 is a great knife to elk hunting with.
Oh, it's thick too. Yeah. Thick old blade on it.
Mm-hmm. Holds up good work.
Well, you mentioned buck, and I've been carrying a buck for a long time for gutting and things like that. So deer hunting, that's been my knife, but it's been a good. My uncle bought it for me, so it's kind of special to you too.
The old buck special fixed blade and the general fixed blade, the zipper, those have been around for a long time. They got staying power.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, let's see what else I got on my list here. Make sure we're not missing anything. We hit those knives. Let's jump into the guns. I don't want to forget about the gun. Guns and ammo, and what all do you carry when it comes to guns? A little bit of everything, I guess, probably, because I've heard it's the largest gun store.
I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, just wall to wall guns.
Oh, the
Smoky Mountain Guns and Ammo in Knoxville is just. You're just dumbfounded when you walk in there, just in awe, looking at all those guns on the wall. I mean, I've never seen anything like it.
Yep, just we've got just about every major brand you can think of in that store. We try to stock every caliber if you're looking for a hunting rifle too. And ever since Iron Mountain opened up the Sporting Clays range, we really got into over and unders too. So if you're in the market for a good Beretta or a Benelli over and under, we've got those in stock too. But the neat story about the gun store is we started that in 2014
here in this
building right here.
Okay.
And the idea was we weren't that busy in January and February. So what do we do to get more people in the store? Well, during tax return time, people are buying guns. Mm-hmm. So we really just got the guns to get more people in the store to sell more knives, and it has just exploded since then. So now we have the sister location in Knoxville to help service our locals a little better.
Yeah.
But you still have a gun store here.
Absolutely.
Big selection of guns in this building too. So
and Smith & Wesson, is new to the area too, and Merriman.
That's
so
right.
they've thrown a lot of support behind us here in Sevierville.
Tennessee companies support these Tennessee companies.
Yeah, definitely. Right. So you do carry quite a bit of Smith & Wesson options here.
Everything they make. Yeah. That's cool. One thing very well stocked here in Sevierville. Smith & Wesson, Springfield. Looking at Ruger's, I mean, we keep pretty good stock of all that here. If you want some more of the obscure things, you need to go to that Knoxville store.
Yeah.
Well, Smith & Wesson, not unlike Smoky Mountain Knife Works, is a big supporter of the foundation and the agency, and they're just really, really good to work with. They go out of their way to support the agency and the foundation, and we want to go out of the way to support you and them both. So
we appreciate it.
It's a great partnership.
Yeah. Well, let's jump back on the knives. I'm looking at some of my notes here, and we've touched on these. We've touched on some of the hunting knives, but what's some of the newer technology that you're seeing? I mean, how much technology can go into a knife? I ask, but there's got to be something out there. I know people are coming out with new stuff all the time, but what are you seeing in the knife world these days?
So the latest thing was probably about a year and a half ago when Re8 Cutlery came out with the Exo Gravity knife. So it's kind of like I should have brought one out here. A bifolder that actually the blade will sling out the end, and then the lock is the handle as well. So that's pretty cool. We've moved a lot of those. But when you talk about knife technology, a lot of the opening mechanisms and things have been used. They're always tweaking them a little bit, but the knife steel is always advancing. Everybody's wanting to make the next greatest thing that'll hold the better edge, that's easier to sharpen, that's more corrosion resistant. And when you're looking at the cutting edge of steels, you need to look at Spyderco, because Spyderco is always on the forefront of the next great steel that's coming out.
That's cool, yeah. And you mentioned sharpening, and that's why I was making a note there. I want to touch on that. People, you got to keep those blades sharp, and that's
we have a knife sharpening service here. So if you're having a hard time with one, just bring them in here. We can take care of that for you. We do laser engraving here in the store as well. So if you're wanting to make a customized Christmas gift or a groomsman's gift, something like that, we can certainly handle it. But when you're looking at the new knife sharpeners too, that's come a long way.
Yeah,
I mean, you would sell somebody a work sharp, couldn't you?
Absolutely, sell them a work sharp. I mean, you've got come from Arkansas stones, it was flat, and then you had DMT that came out with a diamond technology, and a lot of people are using that, utilizing that now too. But the hold your angle right sharpening kits from Lansky, if you want to do it by hand, or you brought up work sharp. I mean, that's an almost automatic. It's a belt sharpener that you can
handheld belt sharpener, holds the angle exactly right. You just put your knife in there and go right back to boning out. It's just
wow.
It's great. I mean, there's a lot of things to offer. It's not just granddad sitting around on the porch doing his circle routine on the Arkansas stone.
Well, that's and if you've listened to this show, followed this show, you've heard it. I'm the expert novice. I know a little bit about nothing. So no. Tell us about that angle and the sharpness. If people are wondering, that right angle, what is that right angle, and is there a correct angle?
It varies by knife,
depending on what knife you got
and what you're going to do with it.
Yeah, okay.
So let's just say you've got an Essie and you're going to put some hard use through it. Maybe you're going to baton through wood. You might put a little wider angle. That way it'll hold that edge longer, because you're going to be beating it through a piece of wood to make some kindling for your fire.
Okay.
Now, if you're talking about a kitchen knife, you're going to get down to about a 20-degree angle, right? And you're going to hit that thing on a steel every now and then to make sure that edge doesn't roll over. So it depends on what you're wanting to do with it.
Okay.
As far as what angle you want. And the steel could vary as well. If you get too fine, that edge can roll over and it'll get dull pretty quick.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard. I need to see what you're wanting to do with it. What knife you got and what you want to do with it.
I want to sharpen this one in my pocket. So
I know it down to the sharpening.
I know it's dull.
There you go. He'll hook you up. I've seen that.
I know it's dull. You saw it. You were like, he carries this? No. You mentioned if you're cooking, and Johnny was telling me earlier that he spotted a set of case knives down there for steak knives for cooking.
Case steak knives.
Yeah.
We've got a set of case kitchen knives at home, and I seen they had a case set of steak knives. I sent a picture of my wife to see if we were something we might be interested in.
Well, you might be interested. Yeah. But that's cool that you carry that too. You got it from the field to the fork, I guess you could say.
You're absolutely right. And we've got most of the major brands down there in kitchen cutlery, from Hinkle to Wusthof to Schoon. Kangshan. We do have the case products down there as well. So, I mean, if you're looking to redo your kitchen, get a good block set for somebody for Christmas, we got you covered.
Awesome. Well, let's recap some of this stuff here and make sure people know where to find you. I'd made some notes here online. I'm going to go through, or on my notes here, I'm going to go through these, and you correct me if I'm wrong. 10 to 6 here every day, right?
Every day.
10 to 6, they're open. They're on 2320 Winfield Dunn Parkway, Sevierville, Tennessee.
That's right.
And you rattled this off quick, smkw.com.
That's right.
You can find it. You can buy your knives, buy your guns, buy your gear, hats. I mean, got clothing up here, boots, whatever you want. They've got it. Follow you on Facebook, Twitter.
You got it.
Instagram, YouTube.
And the address to Smoky Mountain Guns and Ammo.
Smoky Mountain Guns and Ammo is going to be 6221 Riverview Crossing Way, and that's 37924. It's right off the Asheville Highway exit behind the Wendy's.
It's hunting season right now. You need to go
check
it out.
Yeah. So, and follow you on your website. There's always special giveaways, alerts, discounts, things like that happening all the time. So that's good. Get on the mailing list or whatever you can do to keep in touch and follow up with that. But so if you're just tuning in, just checking in the show, listening on the podcast or whatever, we're here at Smoky Mountain Knife Works in Sevierville, Tennessee, and let's dive into some more of the artifacts and the memorabilia and stuff like that you'll find. I'm curious about that. I mean, it's really cool of some of the stuff that's down there, and I've walked through in the past. I'm about to walk through again today. But just what's some other things that stand out that people will be just amazed to see and find?
Oh wow!
Complete collections of certain knives. I mean, you get whole built boards of full collections of different brand of knives that are antiques. To just sit and look at the whole set right there. just amazing.
And if you're a movie buff, I mean, we've got like the original Rambo knife that down here on the wall. We've got the Terminator knife. We've got the Lord of the Rings swords, which Kevin was very involved when he had part ownership in United Cutlery in designing most of those things. So it's pretty cool. Little piece of everything's a piece of history on the wall, and it's got something to it.
You could spend hours just walking around looking at the walls. What's in here?
Yeah, that's very cool. So swords. So you got some collections of swords as well, and do you sell swords?
Oh yeah, we sell swords.
Okay, well, let's go. We're about to forget that. Tell us about some of the swords you got.
Oh wow, we've got swords from Neptune. We've got them from Cast Siberia. Now those are functional swords. So we've got swords anywhere from $20, just a nice little wall hanger, up to stuff that's $2,500. That's a functional sword.
That's what I was wondering, because I see these and I pull one out and they're like dull edge or something. It's just more of a display. But I mean, you got the real deal.
We've got the real deal too.
Wow.
Now, if you go down to the Relic area, he's got some of the old Japanese real deal swords down there. I mean, antique
Civil War swords and things in there.
He's got
something to walk through and look at that too.
So. Yeah. It's something new around every corner, so it's awesome.
Yeah. Clothing. We didn't talk about the clothing, but they have a big line of hunting clothes, hunting boots, hunting things, and just apparel in general.
Yeah. Full selection from Ariat, Wrangler. Looking over there, we just got in our new grunt style T-shirts. If you're looking at the Knoxville gun store, we've got a full line of Sitka. So if you're looking for hunting camo, we've got some deals on that at that store as well.
Yeah. Well, and I'd say, I mean, you've probably got all the accessories to go with these guns too. Ammo, guns. You got the holsters and everything that you're going to need.
Mount your optics.
Slings.
Yeah, they're really good about hard to find ammo. If you got something you can't find, Smoky Mountain Guns and Ammo, they have it. I've had some ammo that I couldn't find anywhere. I'd call Tyler and say, hey, you know, we got any of this? Give me a minute.
Yeah.
Call me right back. Yeah, we got it.
Yeah, we got some 35 Remington coming to the Knoxville store here in about a week.
Yeah.
So that's a hard one.
Christmas gift right there. I mean, that's an awesome Christmas gift. If you can stock it, you pick up that package and it weighs a ton. You're like, I know what this is.
Right.
I'm gonna have some fun right here. But do you help sighting in and get okay?
Yep. So if you were to buy a gun, get a scope, we do the bore sighting at either of the locations for you. So we've got a full selection of rings, depending on how high you wanted it mounted or whatever. So Carl does a great job here. Joe and Mark do a great job at the other store. Definitely hook you up on that.
Awesome. Good deal.
Now, I was talking to you a little bit before we got on here, too, about the new, night hunting stuff that we got in Tennessee.
Yeah,
a couple
thermal
of seasons.
and stuff that's coming up.
We have a full line of thermal at both locations as well, from ATN, Burris. I mean, there's several brands that we've got there. So if you're in the market for a thermal,
that'll be starting in Tennessee next year. You can coyote hunt and predator hunt with a thermal and a shotgun. And
coming out of this deer season, the seasons are there. Go check your guide. Make sure you follow on that. TNWildlife.org. Find the guide. But it's listed right there. And like I said, it's shotgun only this year. It's a new thing, so we're giving it a shot. And but they're
open some doors for predator hunting in Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
I think
for sure. For
really,
sure.
Little steps, right?
Yeah, little steps.
A little bit at a time. See where it goes. Yeah. Just play it safe out there. Know your target and beyond, definitely, when you're out there hunting at night.
For sure.
So the optics, we've touched on a little bit, but that's cool. So you got all the different, whatever you're going to need for whatever type of hunting you're doing. Optics.
Oh, yeah. And looking at non-thermal and non-night vision optics, we do have a full line of loophole and vortex at both locations.
Yeah. Awesome.
Swaro, too, if you're looking for Swarovski.
Okay. Well, this has been awesome. I appreciate you bringing this out for us to see this and filling us in with all the details. If you've never been to Smoky Mountain Knife Works, come on out and check it out. Visit this store.
Christmas presents for your family. Look at this.
For everybody.
If anybody's thinking of Christmas.
You got. I'm gonna go out there on a limb and say this is gonna air about 25 days before Christmas. So you got some time. So get out there and buy you some Christmas gifts here at Smoky Mountain Knife Works, or visit Guns and Ammo, Smoky Mountain Guns and Ammo, and just give them some support. They've been a big supporter of ours, of the foundation, of the agency for a long time, and we appreciate you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, thank you.
This is Tennessee WildCast. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Keep coming back. Subscribe, like, share, all those fun things. Make sure you click the bell on YouTube so you get notified when the new show comes out, and we'll see you next time.
Stay connected with TWRA by visiting our website at tnwildlife.org and follow us on Facebook, X, and Instagram. Join us as we celebrate 75 years of conservation in our great state. You can invest in Tennessee's wildlife future by purchasing a license at GoOutdoorsTennessee.com. That's GoOutdoorsTennessee.com.